Hey everybody, Omega Alden plays. Civilization 6 Gathering Storm continues with our Hojo Tokimune of Japan playthrough, where we are trying to establish a presence so that we can take on Wilhelmina once again and hopefully overcome the loyalty issues we ran into the last time. Once we get that rolling, you know, it's just go after the nearest person next to you and continue that. The loyalty mechanic is obviously a big deal, as we saw. I mean, I guess had we landed in a golden age again, she went into a golden age too, we may have been a little better off, but it was pretty much impossible for us to deal with. I don't know. Let's see. We're working on getting gunpowder units in a bit. We're going to use our faith with the Grandmaster's Chapel to build our first musketman. Hopefully. That's the goal, I think. And, you know, we're in good shape still to be able to attack her. Her city's highest defense is 40. She has walls, but we have a siege tower. So we're equipped for this. It should be okay. So he's coming up here to grab this silver. You're coming down here to partake in a little bit of the deforestation of Fukuoka. I don't know. Guys, I'm sorry for my terrible Japanese pronunciations there. I'm not at all versed in Japanese. Conceptually, it should be easy, right? I mean, not easy to like come up with all the words, but the pronunciation should be pretty easy. Because they're built in little, you know, chunklets. Little bits, usually like 2 characters a piece, and you just like, if you know how to pronounce that, you know how to pronounce it. So Wilhelmina won her emergency. Obviously, we had to give up on that. That's upsetting. Giving her a bonus of some sort. What did she get from it now? Target trade routes to city-states. So she didn't get anything against us, which is nice. But still, you know, that's not preferable. Less than ideal, I'd say. All right, let's have you heal up before you continue on your adventuring and exploration. So for being called the Seven Seas, this is a lot of land. Is this just par for the course for the Seven Seas? Because if so, that's fine. I thought it was gonna be a little more land in the area. I mean, a little more water in the area. Sorry, I got that exactly backwards. It just seemed like one of those things where it was going to be, you know, just a little different in my mind. Some of you may disagree. So let's see, we have a couple mines. Your population too. We should probably get like one more mine in here, and then we can go use our other charge somewhere else, like to chop in here. So we're building our entertainment. And we're hoping to chop down all these woods with Magnus around to get some decent size in this area. Do we need to change any of these things around is an interesting question. Oligarchic legacy would be nice to have once the battling begins. But I don't see the battling happening within the next 11 turns. We're trying to establish ourselves here first. Give us a moment to do that. And then we'll go in. So it'll be soon, but I think we can hold off. Do we want to change anything else around? We might not need scripture if there's something better in its place, but the scripture is getting us a lot of faith per turn, which we can use to buy military. in a couple turns. Alright, you need to wait. You got 4 charges. You have 2 charges. We have one guy with 1 charge coming along. So I'm looking to just chop up all this land around here to try to get you boosted up to a larger city. Let's go ahead and buy a granary because your population situation is bad. We could really use an aqueduct as well. We could put that either here or here. So if we chop this out of the way, we might go and say that's going to be where an aqueduct goes. That is a city that could actually do with an aqueduct. Most of our cities are fine without them. But that one we could use a little aqueduct low, I imagine. Alright, so one more turn here. What's our purchasing power look like? So we'll want to chop. I want to chop these. I'm gonna chop those out of here. So let's move you in, put you here. Magnus is in place, so the chopping may commence. Now, once his turn finishes transitioning, now we can do it. So, let's see. 20 turns, population of 1. Let's see where we go. Down to 5 turns, population of 2. We chop this out of here. Our entertainment hub is now complete. Let's go ahead and get... I want to get a trade route from here, because I'd like to get it, just make sure we complete a road into Amsterdam, probably. And now, you're going to go here. We have 150 gold, so let's see, which tile do we want to buy next? Let's buy this one down here. We're going for the jungle because it gets us the population and the production. All right, what do you need up here? You could use a building. So let's go for that. Sendai, you could probably get us a builder. Do you need anything else? I guess a university following that would be okay. And then our capital, let's have our capital start working on. How much iron? We have 20 iron. We have 50 horses. Let's go for courser then. Let's get a courser going. They're not as good as a knight, but we have a whole bunch of horses stockpiled, so I think it makes sense. So Magnus, getting him upgraded, I guess we could maybe look at getting more settlers out of here, but I don't know what else we might be looking for. Reyna is decked out. Does Reyna's ability... Hold on. Does Reyna's ability, forestry management, does it improve the yields of the Dead Sea? What else might it... Does it improve the yields of the Oasis? Because if it hits the Dead Sea and the Oasis, I think it's worthwhile. Because it hits unimproved features. This is definitely a feature, but I don't know if the Dead Sea counts as a feature. So, if it doesn't hit the Dead Sea, it's not as useful to us. But let me see. Let's try it. Forestry management, go. It did. It hit the Dead Sea. It hit the Oasis. It's a decent little boon of gold there, so I'm fine with that. And now... Sendai, what are you doing, Sendai? What we need to look at is maybe some more just connections. Can we get a road? There's no... What we need is mountain tunnels, man. And we're working on that, but we're very far away from it. But we could trade. Really? You're going to send it through there? This is the trade route? That's a very interesting trade route, actually. It adds a lot of roads in places we don't have it, so I'm willing to take that. Let's clear some of these things out while we're thinking about it.
Nederland floreert met...
Oh, she's so happy about our trade routes. I forgot about that. The added benefit is that we made Wilhelmina happy. Jadwiga was ravaged by natural disaster. We're probably not going to send you anything. Let's double check what we would get from it. So we'd get 2. It's just favor and victory points. And since we're not about that game right now, I'm not concerned. If anybody was, at a higher level at this point, then maybe we would concern ourselves. But presently, it's okay. So now they've got a housing situation which we would like to fix with an aqueduct. Up to 5 populations. So this is going to really help us out. Help us out with our loyalty in the area, which is a big deal for us. We'll be able to go to war with people soon. So let's see. Let's get a road to Tilburg, I think. Because that'll help us with this war front a little more. Tilburg's going to be our first conquest. So getting a pathway there makes a lot of sense. Trying to plan ahead right now because of what happened before. Need a little bit of thought to make this thing work 100%. Ooh, okay, so our aqueduct will be done with this chop. And now we're a size 7. Now we're actually contenders. What we need to do though is continue to have access to food. And then we could actually probably have a pretty good industrial zone right here. +5 because of adjacency to the aqueduct, capital, the city itself, and then this. So let's go ahead and build an industrial zone. Because that +5 will come in handy. Get a library. So we did finish our stuff. So let's go ahead and get a musketman here. We should have grabbed it earlier, but we'll be okay for Niter. So this is something I've been trying to work out across things. It tells you you're at your cap, right? You're at 50, but you're not actually at 50. You're at whatever value your stockpile is, plus however much you earned the turn before. I think this is what I'm learning. This is what I'm picturing right here. Because it cost us 20. We're getting 2 per turn. We were at 50, but actually we were at 52. So when we spent the 20, we were dropped down to 32. I don't know why they do it like that. It seems wrong. But that's what I'm imagining. Lisbon. Man, this is a bad time to roll up on you. You're in bad shape. And I can't do anything about it, my friend. Nan Madol. Honor next to coast or lake tiles get culture. Let's go ahead and just take that. I don't know if we have... There's opportunity for it, obviously, but not... I don't think we're making use of it in any of our cities right now. The only cities we could make use are Kyoto could have a district here, or Yokohama could have a district over here, and that's that's about it. That's one of the few. And then this new city right here could have some something going on. We could drop something up here. We could have stuff out here, obviously. So we could get some benefit. All right, our settler is about to drop. We're about to get a temple. How's our Cobra Kai look? Oh, we need to drop a little Inquisitor action. Keep them out of here. All right, now you're here. We've got fish out in the water. I guess we'll start by improving these. What we're looking for from this city is a little bit of just population to try to add to that loyalty pressure. That's all we really want from it. If we can get a decent district out of it at some point, somewhere. We'd probably just do a harbor here, I would imagine. Seems like the smart thing for you. And let's go ahead and let's buy you a granary. Because you're going to be able to grow just fine. Tokyo, you need more housing here. Do we go ahead and get you an aqueduct? I wouldn't actually be opposed. One of the few points where I think we could handle it. Do we drop it up here? Or do we drop it like here and then maybe put it in an industrial zone right there eventually? Once this hits population 10. Let's put it here. I'm liking the new adjacency bonuses from the canals and whatnot. They're at least interesting. They make it. They make some of those things like aqueducts a little more appealing, which is cool. So our musketman is around. We can get another musketman in like 2 or 3 turns. I don't remember what it cost us. How much was that? 480? 480. So we can get that in 3 turns. We need to get you going with more food. So let's hit this with a farm. Which tiles are we using? They're gonna claim that next. What if you claimed the cattle instead? We might buy the cattle. I just need to be able to keep them fed now. How bad is it? How bad's our food situation? 7 turns until loss. How much? Does it show us on here somewhere where how much we need? Do we need that full? Where's our? We need the full, like the full side view thing. Where's the side view at? There it is. Okay. Food per turn is plus 11. Food consumption is minus 14. So we need to fix that. If you were to focus on food, you're already getting the max amount of food you can. Okay. So we could swap this over. And now you're no longer... There we go. Now we're at an equilibrium. So a size 7 border town for us is going to help us with the loyalty tremendously.
Not all who wander are lost.
Now it's actually slowly growing. Let's go ahead and improve the bananas with a plantation. Okay, so these guys, they're ready for action over here. How we looking in the... She still hasn't improved in overall strength, really, it looks like. At least her city defense, so that's good news for us. Let's go ahead and work on a builder. There's plenty of opportunities to grow and improve our towns. 3 envoys are available to us. That's good. Do 3 envoys pick us up anything? It doesn't look like it. So, I will hold those, unless, do any of them belong to her? None of them belong to her, so I was just thinking if we could steal something along the way, that'd be cool. But once you want to do that once you go to war, because you want the benefit of the era score. So we're using these. We don't need to upgrade much else. What we should probably do. You're gonna claim the mountains? That's where you think the loyalty is best spent? Or I mean the culture, the borders. $185 gold. Let's work on expanding our borders a little bit. Additional grievances against you as the whatever, the Dutch. We do what we want around here. That's all there is to it. We do what we want. Ooh, our little road is coming in handy now. It's coming along nicely. We finished our awesome campus. How do we want to approach this now? You're 3 of 7. Let's work on adding military to the mix. I'm gonna have you start making a musketman. Next turn we'll be able to buy one with faith. Alright. So it's nearing time for us to go back against her. We're not quite there, but the time is rapidly approaching. Unfortunately, this is not a very seaworthy area. I was like, hey, maybe we could make something. What we could look at doing is building a city in here for a canal across. You can do that, right? You could put the city here, have a canal and a canal, and make it out. You can have multiple canals from a city. I don't do canals very often, guys. You've seen this through my games. But being able to split this and connect into this other sea seems like it might be useful. Another era ends soon. What will we do with ourselves? Okay, let's go ahead and buy a musketman. Let's bring these guys up. So humanism, how far away are we from nationalism? Relatively far. Still something like 27 turns away at the current rate. So how are we looking for an attack against Tilburg and Amsterdam? I'm feeling pretty good about it. The approach in here, we've got the roads. We've got roads around. Where's our... We have a trade route coming through. Oh, it's probably this one. The one that's supposed to go through Grenada and then across. So we might not end up with this road if we go to war soon. What are our opportunities? Can we get a theater square that triggers... We can get a +4 theater square right here. That would trigger era score for us. We could instead get a +4 industrial zone. Let's do the theater square. Or do we want to put it right here? Because a +3 theater square gets us the same thing, and then we could put the industrial zone right there where it's a much bigger benefit. Alright, let's do that. How many? We're population 10, so we're not going to be able to do that until it gets up to 13, but this is fine. We're making use of our wonder over here. That's the... for that +2 for the theater. And now, can you get us a benefit in some manner? I guess technically you could have done the theater. An industrial zone over here would be... would get us there. Let me see about putting a lumber mill in this tree to try to get this industrial zone done a turn faster than that. What else can we do? We can build a boat or buy a boat. I definitely don't want to go Dark Age when we're thinking about a war, so I at least need to get into a normal age for this. But beyond that, I don't know. Let's move you down here. So I think I'm going to spend the money on a boat at some point. So try not to spend it on anything else. Keep your money at the ready for that.
내 백성은
Your
창조의 신비를
mastery of
통달한
creation's
당신을
secrets is the envy of my people. Well, that's good to know. I don't know what that means,
You must not lose faith in humanity.
but it sounds like a great compliment coming from you. So we're going to drop colonization. We're going to pick up oligarchic legacy. Yes. That's what we're doing right now. You have 5 turns on... Oh, this is... We don't need to boost the other one any faster. It's still worth getting over here, I'm sure. But it's not going to be an extra one because we already have that nice theater going... Or not, that nice industrial zone going in down here for a +5 bonus. So that will be 3 points. The theater will be 3 points. That gets us 1 point away from where we need to be. A great person being picked up or a boat being made gets us into normal age territory. So, I think we're good to go as far as that's concerned. Obviously, you'd always prefer to get the golden age, but hopefully she doesn't hit a golden age again. That's my goal right here, is for us to hit a normal age and her to be normal or lower, so that we're at least on the same page, because that'll go a long way for us. How much will it cost us to buy a boat? Quadrireme is 480. Caravel is 960. So we would buy a quadrireme in here. Just because we're looking for the cheapest form of error score. Who knows? We might sneak error score in somewhere else. I'm not positive where we're gonna need it or where we're gonna get it. Let's make sure to keep our trade routes maxed out. And our iron is coming close to the cap, so let's build another samurai. Alright, so since we just need 480 for it, we can go ahead and buy more tiles. Well, we can buy like one more tile easily without worrying. We'll have enough to purchase the boat if we need it. Which we're probably gonna need it, but we may not. It's entirely possible we don't need it. We're gonna get 3 from this. And I don't think we have anything else on the agenda directly. Indirectly, I don't know. Where are we coming up to on this? Because maybe it doesn't seem likely there. What about on the tech tree? Does it seem likely we're hitting another error or something? No. I don't remember what the thresholds are for those, but I think it's just when you get a tech from the new era. Alright. Now they're following Cobra Kai like they need to be. So because we were using our faith to purchase musketmen, means we can't be affording anything to take over these, but that's okay for now. What we can do though is bring our Inquisitors up once the war effort starts. And then with the Inquisitors up there, once we take a city, we can flip it, and that's going to help us with the loyalty. I'd really like to see what this situation is going to be. But we can't really... We're not going to be in a worse situation, I don't think. We're going to be normal age. She's going to be any age, we don't know. But so long as she's... Like, if we're normal and she's golden, then we're in the same boat that we are right now. It only becomes weird if we are Dark Age and she's Golden Age. So I'm pretty sure it's going to either remain the same or it'll get better. It's not getting worse. That's good information to have. Alright. What are you doing here? Let's see. You need a granary. So work on that. We should probably get you walls at some point, but... Right now, I feel okay about it. So... We're gonna start moving in. She'll never see it coming. We're the stealthiest of boys. No one could anticipate a Japanese attack on... Oh, let me be friends with Jadwiga for now. Jadwigas are a likely candidate for attack at some point soon, but what we could do is get this and then hit up the Mapuche, who, as long as we're not in a golden age, are going to be easier to take down. So the timing going from Wilhelmina to the Mapuche, I think, would be a decent thing timing wise. All right, We're keeping ourselves locked down on Cobra Kai, which is good. The war effort is about to begin once again. Do we get it? We do have the opportunity to do like a holy war, which is cool. Protectorate war? Is that for because of the Akkad thing, or did she do something else? Is she attacking? She's attacking Palenque. Okay. So we can do a protectorate war. What are the differences in grievances generated from these? So there's no grievances for liberating. In a holy war, it's just half grievances generated. So it might be best for us to do like holy war as opposed to protectorate, because this starts by not generating anything, but we're going to be taking cities, and so that's going to be causing more of an issue. But let's take a look at the charts and see where we are. We're up to 124 science per turn, which is the most out of anybody we know. 72 is not the highest culture per turn, but it's pretty good in comparison to most people. Shaka's doing good things over there. Alright, 123 science per turn. Korea's getting 89. Mongolia's getting 44. 93 from Lautaro. 92 from Jadwiga. 80 from the Ottomans. 104 from the Zulu. And then 54 from the Dutch. So it looks like the Zulu are probably the biggest threat on the board right now, based on those numbers. They might also have the highest score for all I know. At 71 culture and 39 or 33 tourism per turn, they're saying we're leading the cultural realm. 48 culture per turn from Wilhelmina, 73 from Lautaro, 148 from Shaka. So he's at like the same tourism per turn as us as well. So I would say that he's crushing it on culture. The game is just falsely inflating my ego by saying I'm at the top of the chart there. 56 and 23 from Jadwiga, 29 and 20 from Mongolia, 29 and 18 from Korea, 41 and 10 from the Ottomans. And then she, what's her religious game? She's still at 4 of 8. We're up to 469 on the scoreboard. Genghis Khan and Korea are lower than us. Zulu are on top with 653. Wilhelmina is only a few points higher than us, 13 points higher than us at 482. So we're going to be looking to drop her down, and then we pick up some of that slack. Maybe that slingshots us into that first place realm. But I'm thinking big right here. Hopefully we don't have extreme loyalty conditions. I think we've set ourselves up for success. We have this city with 7 population. It's going to be able to do bread and circuses if it needs to help us out as we push through. But it's really going to influence up to, let's see. It's only going to get Tilburg. It's not going to... It has a really minor influence on Amsterdam, I think. Because Amsterdam is 9 tiles away. So that's the max range for loyalty having any effect. So it'll definitely help us with Tilburg a lot. And then once we take Amsterdam, it will help us a little bit with it. So, but once we take Amsterdam, I guess we'd be mainly worrying about the loyalty coming from over here, because I don't think her loyalty is going to be a problem once we hit Tilburg and Amsterdam. We burnt her other big city before, so we're ready. We're ready for this one, guys. But that's it for this one, guys. Like the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.